Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. Wait for you guys to stop on in before we fire these thing up. Monday. I'm relaxing, been working all day, working on the grind. Good evening to Norris. Thank you for stopping through. I'm not going to keep you guys too long, but I do want to just share some information with you guys. So I'll wait a few minutes, well, a few seconds actually, wait for you guys to come on in so we can get things fired up. Yes, those of you who are in the Tampa Bay area, if you attended the 2018 Tampa Bay Wealth Summit on the 21st, you guys can already attest that it was an amazing event. Hey, Sylvia Fleming, thank you for stopping through. Yes. The 2018 Tampa Bay Wealth Summit was amazing, man. And now, we got the Wealth Summit tours, Washington, D.C. coming up in July, man. I'm so excited about that. We are still working out some details with a couple of venues. They're giving us some quotes and stuff like that, some proposals, and we're going to determine which one we want to go with. Those of you who are speakers, hey, Mary Hawkins, I do want to put this out there. If you're a speaker or you want to be on the platform, I do not handle that. That has been taken up by Dr. Shirley Clark, who is the PR person for WANG Global officially. Also, the president of WANG Global is Tia Whitaker. So I don't handle these things anymore, folks. Getting speakers, and that has been taken away from me by people who I've hired to come on board. And they say, okay, Jay Lee, we're hired, now you're fired. So they taking those away from me. I don't have to worry about them. Mary Hawkins, if you want vendor table, contact Tia Whitaker. Her email address is LATTIA@WANGlobalLLC.com. I'm going to repeat it. Her email address is LATTIA@WANGlobalLLC.com. So just email her in regards to vendors. She'll take care of you, and she'll give you all the information you need in terms of vendors. Okay. So I don't handle any of that stuff no more, folks. I'm just the decision maker. They make it happen. They come to me for approval. I'm the speaker and author on top of that. So that's what the idea is, to get all of that information all of that type of work out of my hands, and that's what I have a team for. So, and I don't bother them in terms of what they're doing. So they're doing a great job. So it's really no need for me to interfere with what they're doing. So they handle those things. April Cox and good to see Doc Sorba. Thank you guys for coming in. But let me just go back prior to the 2018 Tampa Bay Wealth Summit, which was a huge success on the 21st. I made a decision, folks. I made a decision to do it. Not only do that event, but to do something that is going to be worth living. Okay? And what is worth living to me is to inspire the mass of people. My goal is to inspire 50,000 people a year. And I'm very well on my way of doing that. I can't wait till we get to Washington, D.C. We're going to be, we're bringing Lisa Nichols. It's going to be on fire, folks. D.C., DMV, you better be ready, because we're bringing it. We're not taking no prisoners. And we're eating the wounded. So you guys better be ready in D.C., because we're not playing. We're coming. July the 14th is already the date set. We're just going over some information now in terms of which venue we're going to use. So if I were you, be ready. Tickets are just about ready to sell now. We're just making some minor changes to the website so that we can get all the information that is needed for the websites for you to buy your tickets. Yolanda Hall, good evening. So what I want to talk to you guys about is, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, man? You know what? If you ever want to change your life, you want to change your situation, you got to make a decision to do it, folks. You have to make a decision. If you're complaining about your bank account, for example, if you're complaining about your bank account, you have to remember something. You put it there. You are 100% responsible for what goes on in your life. And these people running around want to vote for all these politicians thinking that they're going to change their lives. Folks, let me tell you, especially to you, you are 100% responsible for what goes on in your life. Hey, Diane Rosier, good to see you. Thank you for stopping through. You're 100% responsible. And the reason why you keep catching all this hell is because you don't want to hold yourself accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable. First of all, living life is not free. Living life is not free. I see a lot of people afraid of gentrification. I see a lot of people afraid of they're going to be displaced because they're upgrading the community. They're upgrading the neighborhood. There is only one way, folks, to survive gentrification. One way. And that only way is increase your self-value. Increase your self-worth. Because when you increase your self-worth, your net worth will automatically go up. Okay? So you are 100% responsible. Whatever's in your bank account, you put it there. You're 100% responsible. So until you take 100% responsibility for your life and the choices that you make in your life will never be better. Why your life won't be better? Because without accountability, folks, there is no growth. Accountability calls for challenges. Accountability calls for, it actually comes with resistance. The resistance is what makes you stronger, folks. If you go to the gym, why would you go to the gym to work out if you're only going to lift something that you're going to have no problem lifting, right? You want to go to the gym that's going to be challenged, to face the resistance of building the muscle. That's what the resistance is. The resistance of life is what makes you stronger. Hey, Murray. Good to see you, Tiffany. So the resistance in the gym, as you strain it to lift that weight, to lift those dumbbells, to lift those whatever it is that you want to lift, the same thing happens in life. You need resistance in order for you to grow, folks. Now, let me share this with you. There was a young boy, a child, and his grandfather walking in the forest. The young boy noticed a butterfly, a caterpillar turned into a butterfly, but it was struggling to get out of the cocoon. So the young boy walks over to the cocoon, took a little stick and pried the cocoon open to help the butterfly come out. What happens is the butterfly fell to the ground and the butterfly wouldn't fly. So the young boy says to his grandfather, "Papa, how come the butterfly won't fly?" And the grandfather explains to him, "Well, grandson, because you helped the butterfly out of its cocoon, the butterfly did not have the opportunity to struggle so they could build its muscles to flap its wings once it got out of the cocoon. So therefore, the muscles never developed because you helped them out of the cocoon. So the butterfly must die right here on the ground, and the ants are going to come and attack and eat the butterfly." The same thing goes in life, ladies and gentlemen. If you are depending on the government to feed you, to give you what you want in life in order for you to live, you will never be strong. You will never have the strength to come out of the situations that you're in. You will not have the strength of development. You won't develop, folks, because you're not allowing yourself to go through the struggles that you need to go through. Every problem has a purpose, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this. Good to see you, Big Tony from Trouble Funk in the house. Trouble, flat boogie. So listen, folks, listen, but this is what you got to understand. And how you doing, Regina? You have to understand this. Every problem has a purpose, and every purpose has a message. If you connect that message to your mission, the problem goes away. But all of this that I'm mentioning to you, being accountable for what's in your life, what's going on in your life, being accountable for what's in your bank account, you're 100% responsible. And when you make that determination that you're going to be responsible, folks, then all of this have to manifest to one thing. You have to first decide. What does the word decide come from? If you hyphenate the word decide, you have D and you have side. The second syllable is side, C-I-D-E. What does side means, folks? It means to kill off something. Okay? Good to see Darren Davis. Good to see Fred Hinton. When you kill off something, that means you have to kill off something. That means you have to be willing to give up in order to go up. So what is it that you're going to kill off? See, you have genocide, pesticide, suicide, homicide. Decide means you have to kill something off, folks. What are you going to kill off? What is going on in your life right now? Good to see you, Hardy Bell. What is going on in your life right now that's preventing you from achieving your goals, dreams, and aspirations? You need to make a list, right? But you got to decide. You got to make a choice. You got to act on those decisions immediately, folks. You got to understand this. I've learned that every goal that you create here, obstacles are also created. For every goal you create, there are obstacles also that's created. Those obstacles are there to grow, to help you grow into the person you need to grow into in order for you to reach those goals. See, if you create goals that's very easy for you to reach, those are not goals. Those are tasks. What is a task? Oh, I need to wash the dishes. That's a task. I need to take out the trash. That's a task. I need to call this person. That's a task. But goals, ladies and gentlemen, are to be created, and you are not the person to reach that goal. You have to grow into that person. And that's what the challenges are for. That is what the hurdles that you're going to have to get over. That's what those are for. See, you have a lot of people who create goals. But see, what the universe what it thinks, you create a fantasy and say, oh, I wish I would have this. And guess what? The universe takes that in as a goal. And the universe is going to challenge you to make you become that person you need to become to reach that whatever you think about. And because you didn't act on it, those challenges are going to come find you anyway, whether you've acted on those goals or not. You guys understand what I'm saying here? So one thing you got to remember, folks, you can't procrastinate. As soon as you think of the goal, write the goal down and act on it immediately. There's a poem that I like to relate to that. Hold on one second, folks. Don't go nowhere. Okay. This is what you got to understand. There's a poem that speaks to this, and it goes like this. He slept beneath the moon and basked beneath the sun. He lived a life of going to do and died with nothing done. What happens when you give a procrastinator a good idea? Nothing. Good to see you, Casey Baker. So, folks, you have to act on your goals immediately. What are you waiting for? If you say that you want to earn this amount of money, I've had people come to me and say they want $100,000 in 6 months. Fine, I can help you do that, right? But when I come to you and say, let's go to work, let's do it, don't procrastinate. Oh, I'm going to wait until, what are you waiting for? Here's what you got to understand, folks. The challenges that you're facing in your life, pay attention to this. I want you to write this down. Put this in the comments, what I'm about to tell you. The challenges that you're facing in your life right now, those challenges did not wait a particular day to come to you. Your bill collectors, your creditors, they didn't wait and say, well, we'll wait till next month to bill this person. The troubles that's going on in your life, the hurdles, the challenges, they didn't wait and say, oh, we're going to wait to bother this person. Those troubles and hurdles and adversities, they came to you immediately. As soon as it was available, it came to you. So why are you waiting to remedy the problems that's going on in your life when the remedy is staring you dead in the face? Come on, people. How you doing, Mercedes? So why are you delaying, right? That's just like if you're in a boxing match. The other person who's fighting you in the boxing ring, they hitting you with all kind of punches. Bang, bang, bing, bing, boom, bing, bing, bang, bang, boom, bang. And you ain't even throw a punch yet. And your trainer is asking you, why aren't you throwing your punches? How come you're not bobbing and weaving? And you sitting back somewhere, well, I'm waiting. You know, I'm gonna wait till this part happens. Before that opportunity even come to you, you could be knocked out flat on your back. You see, folks, same thing in life. You're gonna face challenges whether you want them to come or not. So when you're facing challenges, you need to act on the remedy to the challenges. What is the remedy to the challenges? Personal development all day long. Slay all day. I slay all day, folks. I'm not telling you I don't have issues, I don't have problems, I don't have challenges. Of course I have them. That's why I'm who I am. That's what made me overcome homelessness in 6 months when I first moved to Tampa 4 years ago. That's what made me develop a company called WAN Global that's on the verge of earning about $1.2 million by the summer or fall of 2019, right? Because I'm thinking big, I'm doing big stuff. I mean, come on, I was just on the stage last week with Lisa Nichols. She's the most sought after motivational speaker in the world right now. She's been on Oprah. She's been on Dr. Phil. She's been on Steve Harvey. She's from the movie The Secret, right? Larry King Live. So I just got off a platform with her last Saturday. And look at my story. The many of you who know me, you know my story. You know where I've been. Came from Washington, D.C., lost my last job I was working for, laid me off the very next day after my mom passed away. I mean, come on, how low can your situation get? But the point of the matter is, folks, I didn't focus on the adversity that I was facing. I focused on my goals. I focused on my dreams and aspirations. But in order for you to really, really be serious about your goals, dreams, and aspirations, you need to make a decision, and you need to act on that decision immediately, folks. Immediately. I had a person tell me they're not going to come to the Wealth Summit because they gave me all the reasons why they couldn't come or they wasn't going to come, but all the remedies that they needed to remedy their problems was at the Wealth Summit. So folks, stop making excuses for why you can't do something when it should be the reason why your grown behind should do it. Right? So you got to make a decision, folks. Stop looking for that safety net before you jump off that cliff. The only way you're going to get to where you want to go is you leave where you are. You see? You can't get to where you want to be if you stay where you are. So if you want to make that move, you're going to make that jump. You got to jump. There is no safety net. If you're an entrepreneur, there is no safety net, ladies and gentlemen. Stop thinking that there's a safety net. Stop looking for it. It's not there. Entrepreneurship is jumping that cliff and building your plane on the way down. Right? You're going to hit a couple of rocks on the way. Yes. Those are the resistance that you got to face in order for you to become the mechanic you need to become to build your plane before you hit the bottom. That's what entrepreneurship is, folks. Entrepreneurship is making a dent into the universe. What are you bringing to the marketplace? What do you have in the basement? Right? Let me talk to you about the basement. Many, many years ago in a place called Beaumont, Texas. I want to say hello to Patrice Miller. Liz Sipling, how are you? a place in Beaumont, Texas, right? Listen to this, folks. I want you to pay attention to this. Many, many years ago in Beaumont, Texas, there was an old farmer who had a lot of land, a lot of farmland. And this is in my book, as a matter of fact, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. So make sure you guys order that. Get that on Amazon. Okay? Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. Make sure you get that book. Or inbox me, and because I can send you a signed copy as well. Okay? But listen to this. In Beaumont, Texas, many, many years ago, a farmer was doing bad. He was starting to sell some of his land to make ends meet. Okay? Then suddenly, one person who represents a major oil company walks up to him and says, "Sir, we believe you have oil in your land. And if you allow us to dig for it, and if we discover it, we will pay you royalties for every barrel of oil we produce out of your farmland." So the farmer says, "I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So let's go for it." Okay. So they go to work. They started digging holes in his farmland. And folks, this is during the era of the spindle top, right? You guys understand the spindle top, right? In the oil business. And did you know that 4 major oil companies came out of that farmland, right? 4 major oil companies was developed out of that farmland. And oil just gushed all over the place that they found the oil. And guess what happens, folks? They were able to produce over 100,000 barrels of oil. Now, here's what you got to ask yourself. Was his farmland worth millions and millions of dollars when he bought it? Right? See, he didn't understand the value of his land until they dug in the basement of his land and brought something out of the basement into the marketplace. So the question goes to you. What do you have in the basement? What do you have in your basement that you can bring out to the marketplace that can help change the world, that can help change thousands of people's lives? Good morning to you. Good evening, Goldie Perry. Good evening. Good evening, Sean Hargrove. So listen, folks, if you are breathing, if you put a mirror in front of your face and it fogs up when you breathe, that means that you have something in the marketplace. You have something in your basement that you need to bring to the marketplace, right? Miles Monroe says the wealthiest place on earth is not overseas where there's gold and in Iraq where there's oil, black gold, or so to speak. The richest place or the wealthiest place in the world is at the graveyard. He said it's at the graveyard because there's so many people who've died without citing their poems, without innovating their inventions, right? Their creations. Books never been written. People go to the grave with those promises and they never made those things come into fruition. Don't let that be you, folks. You need to make a decision to change your life. You need to make a decision to increase your income. And people say, you talk about money? Yes, I talk about money because I'm a businessman. Do you go to church and tell your pastor, you know what, you talk about God, right? This is a business arena. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an inspirational speaker. I'm a business guy. I own 2 businesses, right? So you need money in order for you to handle business. You need money in order for you to take care of the people that you love. You need money in order for you to wear the clothes that you're wearing. You need money in order for you to live where you're living. Even if you're renting a room in a bush over in Dubai somewhere. You need money for that too. You need money to eat with. And let me tell you something, folks. The way you feel about money right now, money feels the same way about you. If you're not making enough of it, then you need to make more relationships with it. Now, I'm not telling you to just love money above humanity. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is you need to increase the value in yourself so that your net worth can be increased as well. So with that being said, hey, Manji, how are you? So you got to make this. You got to make the choice, folks, and then you have to act on those choices immediately. Stop playing around with this thing. You're a grown person. You're a grown man and woman. Take responsibility for your life. Don't complain about your bank account because you put it there. The money in your bank is what you put there. Take responsibility for it. Stop asking for Donald Trump and to change his ways. The people that you vote for, don't stop thinking that they're going to make life better for you. The only way life will get better for you is when you get better. You have to make the commitment to being better. And in order for you to do that, folks, you have to be around people who are better than you. You have to be around people who's going to hold you accountable for the goals that you want in your life, right? So you got to make the choice. You know, someone said to me about 3 years ago, just 2018 now, so it's 3 years now. Someone said to me 3 years ago, said, well, Jay, you changed because you found success. No, dude, you got it backwards. I found success because I changed. So you have to change, folks, in order for your life to change. You have to change the people around you in order for your life to change. If you can't change the people you're with, then you want to have to change the people you're with, right? Dr. Dennis Kimbrough said if you hang around 9 broke people, eventually you'll be number 10. He also said if you're the smartest person in your group, you need to find a new group. So how committed are you to your greatness? How committed are you to finding your destiny, reaching your destiny, capturing your dreams? Are you really committed? Are you really serious, or are you just interested, right? So there's a difference, isn't it? There's a difference between interested and serious. What's the difference? The difference is when you're interested, you're only going to do what's convenient. But when you're serious, you do what's necessary. That's what the word win comes from. W-I-N, win. Whatever is necessary. Good to see you, Lanier Cooper. So you have to do what's necessary, people. Reading books. Are you reading? Come on, folks. Are you reading? Are you reading? See? Are you reading? It's my book right here, right? And the first chapter, I'm gonna grab the older book because I don't want to bend that one up. That book is gonna go to somebody. I'm gonna share with you what the first chapter is. I want you to take a look at watch the first chapter, folks. The first chapter of my book, The Ages. I'm talking about the Stone Age all the way up to today's age, which is called the Connected Age. So there's a Stone Age, right? The Stone Age, yes, Darren. The Stone Age, Agriculture Age, Industrial Age, Information Age, and now we're in the Connected Age. If you're not connected, you're just all out of whack, right? That's what I'm talking about here, the ages. My second chapter. You know what my second chapter is? And I'm going to put this book down. I'm going to show you my second chapter, folks. Watch the second chapter. Y'all ain't ready for the second chapter. Here we go. Chapter number 2. Don't be obsolete. You guys get that? Put that in the comments. Don't be obsolete. Go to Amazon. This is what the book looked like. Here's me on the back of it. My book was endorsed by Dr. Willie Jolly, one of my mentors. Make sure you get the book, folks, because this book is going to change your life. And I'm not telling you this because I wrote it. I'm telling you this because Dr. Willie Jolly said the same thing. I'm telling you this because people with a lot of credibility knows this. They saying this. They see it. I'm telling you this because it has 4.5 stars on Amazon right now. I'm telling you this because it's true, folks. Order your copy. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, you can see me. You can inbox me and say, hey, how can I get a copy of your book? And I'll send you an invoice to buy it, and I'll ship it to you, or I'll deliver it to you personally, myself. So, folks, you gotta make the decision. You gotta decide to change. You gotta decide to change. Don't complain about something that you can fix, folks. Don't focus on a problem. Focus on a solution. Focus on the remedy to the problems that you're facing, right? Dan Rozier, thank you. Good to see you, Kenny Kitchens. So you got to make the choice, folks. The ultimate goal is to make a life change, not only in your life, but in the lives of your family and the lives of those in your community, folks. You want to make the lives change in the people in your community, make a dent into the universe. The more books you read, the more you're going to expand, right? And it's not just for the knowledge. You're not reading just for the knowledge. You're reading for the personal growth. You're reading for the mental, the mindset development, people. See, it's not knowledge that gives you power. Knowledge is nothing if you don't want to apply it. Applied knowledge is power. So you got to apply the knowledge. Why? You got to read the books, folks. You got to read the books. The books is geared to shape your mind to face the resistance that you're going to face when you're out there in the marketplace. Good to see you, Pastor Lois Voigt and Brother Fred Childress. See, I was listening to Grant Cardone the other day. You know what he said? He said, in life, you don't get what's fair. You get what you negotiate. Right? You got to be a strong negotiator in life, folks. In order for that to happen, you have to read. You have to study the leaders in your industry. You see? If I'm a speaker, I have to understand who the leaders of I have to know the leaders of my industry. Who are those leaders? Tony Robbins, Lisa Nichols, a very good personal friend of mine. Lisa Nichols, a personal friend of mine. We hung out last week when she was here. You know, Les Brown. Got these people in my phone, right? Dr. Willie Jolly, Dennis Waitley, you know, even who was that? You got to know who the leaders. Man, I can give you a list. John Asseroff, you know, James Arthur Ray. There are so many people who are leaders in my community. John C. Maxwell, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. Man, the list goes on. If you don't know the leaders in your industry, how can you claim to be in the industry? If you claim to be a stockbroker, how could you be a stockbroker and not know who Warren Buffett is? That's another thing, folks. Know the leaders of your industry. I see a lot of people call themselves life coaches. And you don't know who Lisa Nichols is? You don't know who Iyanla Vanzant is? Where you get the term life coach from? Who told you that? Right? But you got to understand this, folks. You are 100% responsible for what happens to you in your life. I'm not talking about a freak accident, or I'm talking about what goes on in your life, whether it's your bank account, your job, your relationships, your marriage. You are 100% responsible, period. Ain't no politician responsible for you. No pastor, no church is responsible for you. You are 100% responsible. Stop looking for outside sources to solve your problems when your problem solving remedies are already inside of you. You are it. You are the answer. So, listen, folks. I'm going to get ready to cut off here. What time is it? 9:32. I like to do these for 30 minutes on Monday. This is our Monday Motivational Power Talk. So listen, folks, I'm glad you guys stopped in. I know I talked a bit, but I'm fired up, man. I'm just excited about my life. I'm excited about my companies. You know, my companies is doing good. I got a great team that's involved with my companies, folks. You have to take charge, man. You got to take charge, folks. Nobody's going to take care of you. Nobody. Nobody, folks. I promise you that. If you're sitting around waiting on the government to help you doing gentrification, you're going to be ass out. I can tell you that for sure. All right? So listen, folks. Go to Amazon and order your copy. Change your mind, change your life. And I already have, I'm putting together a webinar called Victory Now. Living an unstoppable life immediately. So I'm putting together a webinar for that. It's going to be on Zoom. So make sure you guys, if you're interested in that, I'm going to tell you right now, all up front, tickets are only $87. Yes, it's $87. If you're an entrepreneur, you know that's cheap. If you don't have an entrepreneur mind, you're going to think it's expensive. But remember one thing. You cannot be a successful entrepreneur with an employee mindset. So that webinar, I'm developing it as soon as we speak. I'm working on that right now. Good to see you, Brother Anthony Wells. Thank you, brother Darren Davis. I appreciate you coming through too, man. Karen Wofford, where you guys been? You guys are late. Listen, folks, those of you who just came in, please watch this video again. It's only about 30 minutes. Watch it again, and please do me a favor and share the video. Share this video, folks, because you know people who need to hear this. You know people who need to get this content. So share the video. So with that being said, I want you guys to do me one last huge favor, and that is to sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I'm Jay Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.